This is the Coins, Cashflow, and Conversations podcast. I am your host, Dakota Grady, sponsored by Upstate Essential Solutions. If you're struggling financially, I'm your guy. Contact me today at dakotagrady.com. And if you are an esthetician entrepreneur, marriage spa owner, and an esthetician entrepreneur, and you need help with accounting taxes for your business, contact me today at dakotagrady.com. Hey y'all, welcome to the show. New episode of the Coins, Cashflow, and Conversation podcast. Hey y'all, right now it's outside. I'm outside, it's raining. So today would be a good day to talk about a rainy day fund. That's right y'all, a rainy day fund. What is that? Why do you need one? And how do you save for a rainy day? Well, first and foremost, I realized that having a rainy day fund is so vital for life because life be life, man, as people say. What do I mean by that? Well, let me tell you a story. When my wife and I lived in Oklahoma, right? We had a car. We took it to the mechanic to have the transmission service, right? And as we were coming home, I had my car, and she was driving her car, I believe. Actually, I think I was driving her car, she was driving my car, alright? I'm on the interstate, y'all. I don't know, maybe driving 60 miles an hour faster. And as I'm driving, the transmission stopped working right there on the spot. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So luckily, I was able to get off the ramp, and we had to call the tow truck because the car wouldn't move because the transmission stopped working. Have you ever had that happen to you before? Driving and your car started working like in the middle of the road? Well, another story, this year, my wife was driving and I think I was behind her, I believe, and the car started smoking. She was at a red light, so I got out of the car and I pushed the car out the road. One guy luckily helped me do the same thing. Even though she had a small car, it was a heavy car. And life happens, y'all. One time I was in Tennessee for my first boat tour. I was in Nashville, Tennessee for my first boat stop, actually. Boat tour. And the night I got home from that event, I had pain in my side. It was like very, very excruciating, y'all. It was so painful, man, I couldn't sleep. So the next day, my wife took me to the urgent care, and the doctor said it may be my appendix, so he urged me to go to the emergency room. So I went to the ER, and the other doctor confirmed that I had to have my appendix removed. Yeah, y'all, life be life, man. Life be happening. And I realized that if you aren't prepared for life, such as a job loss, a pandemic, having health issues, all of a sudden, having surgery unexpected, things happen, y'all. And I want you to know that if you aren't prepared for the things to happen, that's right, the things to happen, then you will be a victim. What do I mean by that? If you don't have a rainy day fund in place of at least $500 to $1,500 and you lose your job, what are you gonna do? Go back and rely on debt. That's what you want to do, because you haven't ingrained that new habit of having money saved as a backup. And I learned that having a rainy day fund is vital for life. Again, I gave you stories about cars not working, having an emergency surgery. What else do we have? A washer and dryer stopped working. I had to replace both of them this year. Job losses. I lost jobs before. My wife has lost jobs before. My wife got a new job in Oklahoma years ago. Her job paid for her to relocate. Well, the job eventually fired her. Then I moved there with no job. She didn't have a job, so we didn't have any income coming in. But what we did have, a rainy day fund. That's right, a rainy day fund, because life is going to happen to y'all. So I want you to be prepared for life to happen, because if you're unprepared for life to happen, then you will be a victim, whining and complaining about things, and then you'll also go back into debt, pile that debt up, and then you'll be like, oh my goodness, I got all this debt. How did it happen? It happened because you didn't have a plan. And the plan included you having a rainy day fund, starting with a minimum rainy day fund of $500 to $1,500, right? That's what you need. I told you what it is. It's savings, money. You put money in a savings account with a bank or credit union, or you can do a money market account to get a little extra increase on your monthly income, but not a whole lot, but still, you can put it in a savings account, or you can do a money market account with a bank or credit union. And then you need one because life is going to happen. I gave you some examples. You may not be experiencing one now, but maybe you will one day and you'll be ready for it. So how do you save for one? Great question. I'm glad you asked that question. Well, first you must have the discipline to know that saving money is important. One time I read an article, I don't remember the source of it, but it said Americans in the US had a negative savings rate. Correlation, or translation I should say. That means we was spending more than we actually earned. We weren't saving money, y'all. So if a rainy day happened to us as Americans as a whole, we would not be prepared for it. Therefore, I want you to make savings a priority, because you need to save money for 3 reasons. First, rainy days. Life's gonna happen to you. You're gonna punch in the gut and you're gonna get the wind knocked out of you. So make sure you are prepared for the punch. Secondly, save for big purchases. A big purchase is, in my opinion, $200 or more for things. Houses, cars, trips. It's a big purchase. If it's $200 or more, it's gonna make you have emotional reactions, physically that is. Start sweating, get nervous, heart palpitations, because you are spending money it's a lot of money, right? So make sure you don't have buyer's remorse, meaning when you buy something that's $200 or more and you feel guilty for it and you want to take it back, but you can't take it back sometimes, make sure you're prepared with a rainy day fund and having purchases or money for big major purchases, and lastly, saving for wealth. According to Tom Stanley, the author of The Millionaire Next Door, he said, you're wealthy when you have all your income or assets, everything you own minus what you owe equals $1 million or more. So I want that for you, to have millions of dollars in the bank, in savings, in assets, so that you can be prepared for life and be able to be generous and give as well. So make sure you save for those 3 things: rainy days, purchases, and wealth building. Having a discipline is how you save. Make sure you put savings on your money plan. Talked about that in the last episode. Having a money plan is vital. Put the savings on your money plan and it becomes a habit. That's simple. And if you need accountability, hire a money coach like me to help you stay accountable. So discipline is important, and one way to discipline yourself with savings is to put it on your money plan. That's simple, y'all. Do it every month. Make it a habit so that you can have money saved for rainy days when life happens to you. Y'all, I'm a perfect example of how important having savings is for life. So, obviously, I hope this episode was beneficial to you and help you realize that saving money is very important, not only for rainy days, but also sunny days. So y'all, thank y'all for joining me on the Coins, Cashflow, and Conversations podcast, hosted by Upstate Essential Solutions. Website is dakotagrady.com.